let's consider some objections to Bentham's utilitarianism. And the two that we'll look at are individual rights and the common currency of value. And let me credit a lot of the stuff in this lecture is coming from Michael Sandel's book, Justice, What's the Right Thing to Do? So that was my main source for this slide presentation. Individual rights. Remember, Bentham famously said that rights are nonsense and natural rights are nonsense on stilts. That means it's really nonsense. Why is that? Why are there no rights? Well, it's because the well-being of each individual counts, but only as part of the total. And so if the total can be increased by sacrificing an individual, then doing so is morally required. That is, you don't have any right not to be sacrificed if that can bring about better overall consequences. For example, throwing Christians to the lions. Yes, it's unfortunate for those poor Christians, but this gives so much pleasure to the Roman spectators that it's the right thing to do. Now, there's some standard responses that a utilitarian will make for this. One, this will never add up if you do the math right, because the loss, the pain to those Christians, and losing their, not just the pain they're experiencing now, but the loss of all future pleasures is so great that it could never add up to the momentary pleasure that the Roman spectators might feel. Okay, and that this is liable to lead to more violence in Rome and more fear in others, so it just doesn't add up. However, notice that this makes rights contingent. The wrongness of throwing the Christian to the lions or any other act is thus contingent upon a calculation like this. Right? So missing from any utilitarian argument is the sense that the victim just shouldn't be treated like this. The violation here is in reducing the overall utility, which might be only a little bit, rather than the massive loss in the utility for the Christians thrown to the lions. Second objection is based on the common currency of value. Part of the appeal of utilitarianism is that everyone's pleasures count equally. So it's not judgmental about about pleasures and pains. If something causes pleasure, it's good to the extent that it does. And if it causes pain, it's bad to the extent that it causes the pain. And no further judgment is needed or even allowed, and it measures everything on a single scale utility. Remember, pleasure has positive utility, pain has negative utility. But critics say that something moral is lost by putting everything on the same scale. Here's an example. People may justify having people smoke or not discouraging people from smoke because of the benefits of lung cancer, because when people smoke, they're more likely down the road to get lung cancer, and lung cancer kills old people, and it kills them fast, saving money on pensions and medical bills. People who haven't smoked, who don't get lung cancer, are likely to live longer, have longer retirements, have more medical bills. Okay, so something seems perverse about seeing the benefits of lung cancer in terms of utility. Or Ford Motor Company many years ago estimated the life of a value at $200,000 per person and concluded that it was not worth it to spend $11 per every new Pinto car to make the gas tank safer. As a result, some of them exploded and killed people. They were making a utilitarian calculation.